Shalom Akim, Shalom Akwathium. Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakar Kradash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And bear with me, Akim, because I'm actually at work. I took a break, and I'm in my car. It's raining outside, but I'm going to speak up louder to hopefully and potentially Yahweh Ratazah edify the flock. We're living in some phenomenal times, Akim. I'm going to jump right into this article, and I have a short I want to share with you as well. But also, we're going to filter this through the scriptures. It tells us this, that Trump's allies warn that Biden is risking World War III by authorizing long-range missiles for Ukraine. Beautiful. Let me continue reading. Ukraine can now target positions in the Kursk region, where Russia has lined up some 50,000 troops. And those of us who are of the hope of the elect, we look forward to things like this occurring. And why is that? Because we know we only need a few more major prophecies to pop off. Mandatory implementation of the MOTB, which is the CHIP, the time of Jacob's trouble, and World War III. You know, these are all indicators that the time of our redemption is drawing nigh. Let me come out of this here. Let me grab a precept. Then I got a short I want to show you very quickly, because we know many of you Jakes, you voted, you ran down, you trusted in Egypt for your help. You didn't turn and seek and look unto the Lord. Let me read this to you. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3 through 4, and it reads, "For when they shall say peace," I'm going to read it again. "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travaileth upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." Verse 4 is for us, brothers, especially should we be of the elect. "But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief." I want you to keep that first portion of that precept in your mind. For when they shall say peace, because you Trump voters, I want to bring this back into the forefront of your mind. All right, I'm gonna play this twice, just in case you're hard of hearing. And of course, YouTube, I'm utilizing this short under the Fair Use Act. Again, fair use. Listen closely.
"I will prevent, and very easily, World War III, very easily. Before I even arrive at the Oval Office, I will have the disastrous war between Russia and Ukraine settled. It will be settled quickly. I will get the problem solved, and I will get it solved in rapid order, and it will take me no longer than one day. I know exactly what to say to each of them. I got along very well with them. I will prevent, and very easily, World War III, very easily. Before I even arrive at the Oval Office, I will have the disastrous war between Russia and Ukraine settled. It will be settled quickly. I will get the problem solved, and I will get it solved in rapid order, and it will take me no longer than one day. I know exactly what to say to each of them. I got along very well with them."
Now, what is Trump declaring? He's declaring peace. But what does the scriptures tells us? All right. We trust and hope and believe in these prophecies. All right. Yahweh Shai stated, "I come in the volume of the book." All right. We believe on these scriptures, and none of them shall fail. The book of Revelation states this. Revelation chapter 11, verse 14. "The second woe is past." The second woe is what? The second world's war. "And behold, the third woe cometh quickly." The third what? Third world's war. And we know that this is the will of Yahweh Shai. He's controlling all of these presidents and dignitaries, these leaders, etc. But how do we know for sure? Proverbs chapter 21, verse 1. "The king's heart." Who are the kings? Vladimir Putin, all right? Joe Biden, Donald Trump, etc. They are the kings of this time. The heart is referring to what? Their minds. The king's heart is a stream of water in the hands of the Lord. And guess what? He turn it whatsoever way he will. The Lord does what he wants to do. And he utilizes them as pieces on a proverbial chessboard to get it done. All right? Let me come out of this here. Let's go here to the book of Ezekiel. Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 10 through 11. And it tells us, "Thus saith the Lord." You know? Because these are his words. He's prophesying through his men, even unto this day. To prophesy means to say before it occurs. "Thus saith the Lord God, it shall come to pass that at that same time shall things come into thy mind." Who's putting the thoughts into their minds? The Lord is doing it. "Thou shalt think an evil thought." Vladimir Putin is going to think an evil thought. What? To shoot the missiles over here to America, aka Babylon the Great. Verse 11. "And thou shalt say, I will go up into the land of unwalled villages, America, I will go to them that are at ease, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates. Okay, you must comprehend that all of this is going to come into fruition. This is the book of Revelation, the 17th chapter. And this would glitch out then. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, let's go back to it. This is the book of Revelation, the 17th chapter, the 16th through the 18th verse, and it reads, and the Salakia, 10 horns which I saw upon the beast. What's the beast? NATO. What's the 10 horns? The EU. These shall hate the whore. What's the whore? America, Babylon the Great. Listen to what they're going to do. And shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire by what? The way of nuclear missile, nuclear warfare. All right? Verse 17. For God has put the thought into their hearts. Right? The heart going into what? The mind. To fulfill his will and to agree. And to give their kingdom unto the beast, until what? Until the words of Yahweh Yahweh shall be fulfilled. All of this is going to occur. Trump is not going to end anything. Verse 18, and the woman which thou sawest is the great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. And again, that woman is America, aka Babylon the Great. Let me come out of this here, further substantiating that this country, America, is going to be destroyed, man. This phone is starting to glitch now. The devil's always busy, but let's continue to push. All right. Revelation, the 11th chapter and the 13th verse. And at that same hour, there was a great earthquake. By what? The nuclear missiles that's going to be shot off, hitting every country, every continent, everywhere. And the 10th part of the city fell. The 10th part is going into what? Those 10 FEMA zones. And the earthquake were slain men of 7,000. The 7,000, not a literal 7,000, but it's talking about a complete number. And the remnant were affrighted. What's that remnant? That's that 1/3, that elect. And should we be of that number, we're going to get beamed up into those chariots, into those UFOs. All right, we're going to be those ones, should we be of that number, standing on that sea of glass in the chariots, looking down at America, Babylon the Great, looking like a sea of fire. All right, and what we're going to do, and give glory to the God of heaven. Let me come out of this here. Consider what's written in the book of Jeremiah. As this phone continued to glitch, but we're going to press on, man. We're going to press on. Let me come out of this. Let me go back in here. It states in Jeremiah chapter 13, Jeremiah chapter 50, just excited in the spirit. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 13 through 16. Because of the Lord's anger, she will not be inhabited. America is going to be a wasteland, but will be completely desolate. All who pass by Babylon will be appalled. They will scoff because of her wounds. Take up your positions around Babylon. All you who draw the bows, shoot at her and spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord. And those arrows are synonymous with missiles. All right, that's going to bring about what? Their nuclear destruction. Let's go here. Consider what's written. You can couple that with Revelation, the 19th, Salakia, the 9th chapter, and the 16th through the 21st verse. The number of the horsemen, which twice 10,000. They were twice 10,000 times 10,000. And I heard the count and saw both horses and riders. In the vision, fiery breastplates on the riders. Lions' heads were on the horses, breathing out fire and smoke and brimstone. That's referring to those nuclear missiles, all right? Not literal horses and lions, okay? What lion or horse you know is going to bring about fire and smoke and brimstone, okay? This is those nuclear warheads. Verse 18 brings the point home. With these three weapons were fire and smoke and brimstone, and they killed 1/3 of the human race. Verse 19, the horses killed with their mouths and tails. Their serpent-like tails also had heads that wreaked havoc. Let me come out of this, right? And let's go back to that. Start at verse 14. Take up your positions around Babylon. All you who draw the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord. Shout against her on every side. She surrenders, her towers fall, her walls are torn down. Since this is the vengeance of the Lord, take vengeance on her. Do to her as she has done to others. Let me come out of this here, right? Let me grab the book of Isaiah. The book of Isaiah, Isaiah chapter 13, verse 19 through 22. And it tells us this: Babylon, the jewel of kingdoms, The pride and glory of the Babylonians, which is referring to America, will be overthrown by the Most High like Sodom and Gomorrah. Let's grab what happened to them very quickly here. In the book of Genesis, you remember what occurred in Genesis chapter 19, verse 24. Then the Lord, and Lord in all caps is Yahweh, rained upon Sodom and Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. He's going to do the same thing again to America, Babylon the Great, which is spiritually what? It's called Sodom, and what else? Egypt is also called Babylon too as well. Verse 20, she will never be inhabited or lived in through all generations. There no nomads will pitch their tents. There no shepherds will rest their flocks. But desert creatures will lie there. Jackals will fill her houses. Her owls will dwell. And there the wild goats will leap about. Hyenas with the inhabitants of her strongholds. Jackals her luxurious places. Her time is at hand, and her days will not be prolonged. So when you see news like this, of this fashion, man, it should excite you in the spirit. You should want to see this place destroyed. You should want to be delivered. You should want to get the hell out of this place. Call halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.